Okay,
Yeah, it is live. Welcome.
okay. Hello. Thank you, Shivana. Thank you, Mavin. And thank you, Minu ma'am and Nupur ma'am. So I'm here once again, and thanks for giving the opportunity. So the topic which one, thought that we kind of come over here and talk about is festivities is also to kind of, experience and celebrate the peace, the purity, and from there that comes the power, the Shakti within. So the thought was essentially because it's the festivities are going on right from Krishna Janmashtami it starts, and after that the Rath Yatra. I remember talking on that as well at Maven, and then it's an outflow of one after the other, various kinds of festivities, and I guess they will India is probably blessed to be given that flavor, that month after month, there is. And so that's how the thought was to talk about this, because it just started contemplating to me that, yeah, there are a lot of rituals and a lot of practices which are followed with each, each festival or each celebration. And it's across various kind, where in the various religions will have parallelly something or the other, and possibly that's somewhere spiritually showing that you know all the roads go to the final one. That's one only. You as human beings may call it with different names. So it's from there that one thought came that there is a lot of preparation for each of the festival, whether it's the Ganpati ji ka, or it's Navratri, or it's Krishna Janmashtami, or you talk about any Lori hai, Karwa Chauth hai, Diwali hai, होली है, यू नेम इट, रथ यात्रा है, गुड़ी पाड़वा होता है आपका महाराष्ट्र में. So a lot of things are there, and we definitely celebrate it with various kinds of whatever in a particular festival it is to be done. But there was a thought that is it also for to celebrate the the soul, the inner, the inner of each of us, and how much do we celebrate that peace, that purity, that power that is within us, whether consciously or unconsciously. So for me, the answer was that more or less many a times it's more of a hush hush thing, that abhi Diwali hai, so we have to do this cleansing of the house and all. Uske pehle Navratri khatam hui hai. Or even if you talk about the Shraddh thing, right? So the thought came from there that, acha, theek hai, now it's Diwali. Now, we all talk about, we all know that it's celebrated Ramji coming back, and diyas were lighted all over, and that's how this concept came. But then there's also this thing that Diwali is celebrated possibly at the darkest of night, I think. Kartik Mas mein, when the new moon happens and it's the darkest of the nights. And you have the diyas, littered all over. Abhi to hum log cosmopolitan hai, and we have a very, very westernized urban style of living. But if you talk about the typical Bharat or the like the century old tradition, and if one visualizes it, with a village kind of an atmosphere with those typical mud houses and diyas being lighted, what was it depicting? So that's where the thought came. So the thought was that possibly it is depicting that even in the darkest of time, uh, the power, the universe, the ultimate energy, Shakti, is somewhere showing. See, they don't come like face to face to talk, right? That happens with the very, very, very highly evolved souls. But in general, still that father, that ultimate energy, which we are all kids, and we are the part of that ultimate uh, soul. It shows that, see, by lighting this light, you bring that lightness, you bring that brightness, and then you have this festivity with everybody having that. So the collective approach of lighting enlightens the environment, right? It enlightens that that darkest of the night. And that's where the thought what came, that fine, now today we have got into too much of rituals, that हमें ये भी करना है, हमें ये भी करना है. But is it somewhere in this rush of following the ritual practices, maybe many of us are losing out on experiencing the the real celebration, the real joy of that which is within us to be experienced. Because typically, you also come across that yeah, we get too stressed out during festivals. ये करना है, खाने पे बुलाना है, दिवाली पे ये है, वो है. And typically, the thought is that we get stressed out. Or when we say in fasting, यार बहुत भूख लग रही है, like the karwa chauth, morning से होता है and people don't take water and all. And many times in mazak, in a light-hearted manner, or even, in a in just a passing way, we talk about. But if you come to think about it, fine, somewhere you will be said, oh, she keeps a lot of first fast and all. But we all know now, it's being very openly talked about, that fasts are a way where you kind of give an time to your system to cleanse, and there are a lot of things which just get activated. So likewise for festivities, somewhere in that hush of cleaning the house, arranging the diyas or this and that, or for, say in Ganpati ji's thing, when you get the Ganpati ji in your house, it's a very busy thing, because a guest has come to your house and you have to cook special things. And ideally, like I definitely don't get the Ganpati ji, but the Ganpati ji who's already there always makes something special, and you always try to make something with your own hands. But or in Navratri, we are busy, we have to feed the kanyas and all, so we get very busy with all that. But that message of that each swaroop of Durga, it's something which is there, and it is important to imbibe, meditate to that Shakti of that particular day, of that particular, and try to feel it, uh, experience the unsaid in the silence. And possibly that will make you experience something of your inner strength, of your inner quietedness. Likewise for Diwali, or for many other festivals, it's more of cleaning. And yes, it is a message to, we forget that, which is we get busy with the external cleaning. But it's also a time to kind of, again, away, see how God, see that how that power, this universe ecosystem is so beautiful and so perfect, that every day, every month, it is giving an opportunity for you to give that chance of cleanliness to your system, clean your inner system, your, give time to seeing what is unwanted thought processes, fears, worries, which are coming, and it's time to get clean yourself out of that, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, whether it's emotional. And once you do that, you know, even if it is touched even 1% in realism, we all will realize and experience that simplicity of life, that simple, pure, harmless, divine way of this life, which the universe, in its ways, exemplifies to to whatever extent who it's up to us to understand that unspoken, unsaid way of communication. And possibly we'll be able to understand only when we also be in that silence, be that be in that quietness, because it's only then that that purity, you'll experience that subconsciously. And therefore, you will experience the power which you are blessed with. And that power is not to show off, not to become arrogant, uh, not to kind of loosen your control on yourself, but that power that will make you calm, that will make you very peaceful, that will make you very graceful, dignified, no matter what. And whatever the upheavals, the zigzag episodes, circumstances happen in your life, somewhere, in spite of getting dipped into it and having that, oh, I will not be able to come out of it, there would be some strength which will bring that faith, that trust within you to that ultimate power that you will sail through it. Everything will be okay. So, this was what I just felt in nutshell, that it's very important to also celebrate the festivities. Outer world, for sure, we are having a this whole facade, of celebrating it in different ways. That's okay. You are part of this world, and that's also um, uh, very much required. But if if 90% is the focus there, if even 10% or 15% or 20% is the focus to celebrate that festivity within, and how would you experience that, because if you are in the external world, it's all, ye karna hai, wo karna hai, ye hai, I have to go there, I have to go there, and you different people will have different ways of celebration. But if that 20% is directed towards the focus on celebrating that purity, that peace, that simplicity, that divineness which is there within you, I think the celebration of that joy, the celebration of that festivities, the celebration of life every second will be blessed with will be blessed with a lot of gratitude which you start having experiencing. you know there'll be a lot of faith, trust, patience, wisdom. So if even if you kind of check out the different festivals, for example, Deepavali only. Now, it's very widely, we all know that it's said to be how Ramji won over Ravan, and it's a victory of, the divinity over the evil, right? Uh, I started with that. It's how it's the darkest of the night because of the new moon, and how the lighting of the diyas is a way of showing again by that universe, that power, that even in the darkest of the nights, there is a silver lining. And see how a small diya enlightens the entire space. So, all of the events, functions, or different celebrations, fastings, even the Shraddh time, which is not a celebration, but even if you kind of think about it, it's a way where you are stopped from doing certain things of a part of your daily life, like, you don't shave off your beard, girls don't cut their hair, you are feeding the cow in the morning, the crow in the morning, and then you feed. Now, these are all in a spiritual way, if you kind of connected, it's a way to make the human being, when you take this avatar of एक मनुष्य का अवतार आप लेते हैं, तो ये कहीं ना कहीं शायद हर मोमेंट वो यूनिवर्स आपको एक डायरेक्शन दे रहा है कि हैव रिस्पेक्ट फॉर द नेचर, have respect for the for the for the birds, the animals, have respect for yourself, for your body, give rest to it one day. uh, Experience that Shakti which is there, being blessed within each one of us. And if each one of us is able to even give 5% thought to it, or 2% or 1%, well, I believe that a lot of things which we are in today's time facing, which is disturbing us, which is pulling us down, in spite of having best of the things in our life, and in spite of tasting the best of the success, which is all external, lavish lifestyle and all, we do come across, stories, cases, examples, references of how, personally, uh, there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of unhappiness, there's a lot of frustration. And nowadays, a very popular word that I am mentally, whatever. I don't want to use those words, but yes, that's there. And I guess if apart from the external approach of celebrating, if a little bit of internalization happens, uh, it would be it would be a completely different horizon, And I would love to hear, if any of the, I find Meenuji, Nupur ma'am, Meena ji uh, there. So if any one of you would like to share your views and thoughts on this particular thought process. Thank you.
Very well presented, and yeah, life is it's a celebration as well. We have a very I mean, all of us need to celebrate life and celebrate the festivities, and life in general is a celebration. And let's go strong, and let's look
Yes.
forward to all the, because myself, despite being unwell and had a fall, I still celebrate life. So if I can do it, so can others. And not just Diwali, but every day is a
Yes.
every day is a celebration, and accept every mistake as a failure. I mean, accept every failure as a opportunity to grow. You see.
Yes.
So,
True.
and yesterday in our culture was Guru Ramdas. Guru
Yes.
Ramdas Guru Ramdas was yesterday was the day he was installed in the wherever as a guru,
Mm-hmm.
and his significance is the goddess, the guru of healing.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that we are born, as my hypnotherapist said, as my hypnotherapist and my meditation teacher and consciously positive taught me that in life is a celebration. So high as an eagle. Renew your mind, renew your vision. So high as an eagle. That's what my hypnotherapist, consciously positive, and everyone taught me. So I'm gonna do that.
Wow. Beautiful. Very, very inspiring and motivating, for sure. And real too, I would say.
For real, because there's a lot of CP months, a lot of discrimination. So let's break the stigma and accept ourselves for who we are, and let others accept ourselves for who we are and not who we are not. Because life is just like a lotus flower. Every day is a celebration, like Navratri is like the nine goddess. So Diwali also is like festival of lights. So yeah, I look forward to life itself is a celebration. Thanks.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. So it's wonderful, as Rajveer said. Yes, life is a celebration, and every day is to celebrate. And yeah, if we are able to kind of look at this aspect as well of celebrating that inner peace, purity, we do understand and then experience that power. Yes, Meenu ma'am.
Yeah,
And
I was saying that during these festivities, there is a lot of chaos running around, this, that, everything. But you have picked up that जो मूल पॉइंट होता है ना कि हाँ पीस भी है इसमें when you connect to the source of it all, we need to
Uh-huh.
connect to that and amalgamate it to ourselves. So very
Yeah.
beautifully done.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So
Rajvin, you were
fine.
saying something?
Oh,
Rajvin was saying something. I cut her off. Yeah, Rajvin?
peace also is a celebration when you are at peace at yourself,
Absolutely.
when you are at peace in your when you have peace in your mind. Sometimes as trainers and talk show hosts, and we hold many hats, we lose, and laughing we lose ourselves. Yeah, we laugh until we cannot breathe, but hey, we need to pause and we need to reflect. That's why sometimes I need to reflect and renew. And I say, never mind, keep soaring like an eagle. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yesterday I was
fine.
so
So we,
yesterday I was so
yeah,
happy. Yesterday I was so happy with my sister and all everything. And then after that she said you you need to look how you treat people. I'm like saying, well, probably you need, and yes, I need to look at myself, but probably people need to look at themselves too before saying. So when you stick when you stigmatize others, it is also a celebration for them. Yeah. So life is a celebration, and yeah, we live by it, and Diwali is a celebration too. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Nupurji. So we finished this session now. If 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 you have to add anything.
Mhm.
But really very beautiful and enlightening session, and whatever you have said, it came out from your heart. You
Right.
don't have to read it. It's just that you start pouring everything, all that is inside you, and you speak from heart. That is what I can say, and it is really very inspiring. Keep it up. Thank you
Yes.
for very much for coming over
Thank you.
and giving us a beautiful, beautiful, enlightening session.
Thank you,
It,
ma'am.
it,
Thank
was,
you.
it makes us look at the festivities in a different light. Yes, there's something more to it.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.